This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smokin Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villain Report, and Red Zone Rant.
All right, and good afternoon, and well, you want to say good evening because it's dark now at 5 o'clock. Good evening, and welcome to another edition of the Wrestletalk show right here on YouTube, Facebook. Here, I'm having a little issues with Facebook. Earlier, I had issues with Kick, and now I'm having problems with some Facebook here. So let me see what's going on here with them. It looks like we got that problem solved. All right, there we are. All right, so we're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X, and the Huddle Sports Network, and also on the Kick Network as well. And soon, and I say soon, to be on the Sports Nuts. We have teamed up with and partnered with the Sports Nuts and Brandon Keeler. They have a show every Tuesday and Friday. They're on tonight at 7:30, and it'll be hosted tonight by Pensman Sports and Brian Pettit from the Tiger Stripes Media. Brandon will not be available tonight, but Matt Thomas will also be on board, and it's going to be a great show tonight for the Sports Nuts. But we are going to, from now on, all of our sports programming will be broadcasted on the Sports Nuts web or pages. They are also on several radio stations across the country and around the world, so you'll be able to hear us there. I will get you the list coming next week for all of the radio stations that we are on as well, so you can put that in your if you live in Alaska and we're on a station in Alaska, I know we're on 2 in Hawaii and a couple and 1 or 2 in Texas and stuff like that. So you might want to, tune in as well on the radio. Also, this Thursday, I was going to be doing my debut on Highway Sports Radio, but I'm not going to be on this week. I'm taking another week off from them. I will be doing Highway Sports Radio next week. So I just wanted to let everyone know that as well. So keep that in mind. Highway Sports Radio. My debut will be next week at 1 to 3 p.m. on Highway Sports Radio Radio Hits. Highway Radio Hits. I'll be playing some great music for your ride home and so on and so forth. I got a lot going on this week, and I just got out of hospital. I'm trying to get my shows on the air here, trying to recover a little bit here. So I need to take another week off from that. So I will be making my debut. I'm sorry I couldn't make it last Thursday. I was in the hospital. I want to thank those who sent out their kind words and wishes of getting well. And I also want to thank everyone for the prayers as well for my stay in the hospital. And especially want to thank the support from everyone who listens and watches all of the RW Media Production shows as well. All right, so just to let everyone know that as well. All right, we're here for Wrestletalk tonight. We got a lot to talk about as well, and we're going to be talking about last week's Saturday night's main event, which we didn't get to talk about because I was in the hospital last Tuesday, so we weren't able to talk about Saturday night's main event. Smokin Jim and I are going to dissect that, and I told everybody Jay Cargill was going to be a champion. Nobody listened, so there we are with that. But we're in the Mata Heating and Air Conditioning Studio, 724-201-0500 Mata Heating and Air Conditioning. And we're also in the also our other sponsor today is Mike Dotson Realty. Call Mike today. Area code 410-596-1681. Mike Dotson Realty, Ocean City, Maryland. All right, we have also our new sponsor, one of our new sponsors, because I lost my paperwork for the other ones, but that's fine. One of our new sponsors is Big Jim's Bikes. And look at it, bigjimsbikes.com, 410-289-1203. Call Big Jim's Bikes today. If you're in Ocean City and you want to ride a bike all over the city, or you want to ride a bike on the boardwalk, or you want to ride a bike anywhere around, and you want to rent one, or a motorized scooter, if you're handicapped as I am, you want to rent a motorized scooter, also save Big Jim's number if you're planning on coming down next year. Big Jim will be able to set you up as well. Tell him Ralph Williams sent you. All right. Big Jim's Bikes and Scooters. All right. Smokin Jim, welcome to the program. It's great to be back today.
Hey, thanks, Ralph. This is my most favorite thing to do all week, brother.
Yeah, and I want to thank you as well. I want to thank Smokin, Jim, Claudia Rosano, Luther Dupree, Brandon Keeler, Pensman Sports, Brian Pettit, and a whole bunch of others out there, and all my fans and audience and everyone for the thank you for the get well wishes. I was in the hospital last week, and I was close to meeting my maker almost, and I also almost had my leg amputated. So, fortunately, I want to thank the staff at Atlantic General Hospital in Berlin, Maryland, for taking very good care of me while I was there, and I want to thank them for that as well. So, I had some issues with my legs, or my one leg, and we had a little bit of a problem. Some infection built up, and that's why I was in the hospital. So they pumped me with antibiotics and took very good care of me while I was there, and I want to thank them for that care as well. All right, Smoking Jim, let's get started. Last week, Saturday night's main event, which of course I was able to check out before I went to the hospital. Your thoughts on the match? I know you were very unhappy because Tiffy lost her title to Jade Cargill, which I said it was Jade's time. Uh, how do you think Tiffy comes back from that?
Well, I'll tell you what, if she was going to lose to anybody, it'd be, you know, Cargill, because, I like her too. But Tiffy will come back. It's Tiffy time. She's the face of wrestling right now. She's improved so much in her wrestling ability, and her showmanship and everything else. But so I think she'll come back. It may be a minute. You definitely called it. I didn't see it coming, but you and your most of your predictions do come true. This just happened to be another one. But I think Tippy Tom. I think she comes back. I don't know what title she's going to take, but Tiffy, I think, comes back and becomes a true champ.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I believe that's going to be the case. I don't know what Tiffy would do. Maybe she might go after the U.S. title, the women's U.S. title, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes, where they put her. Who knows? Maybe they'll find a partner for her, and they'll go after the tag team belts, which are now held by the Kabuki Warriors as of last night. And also there's a War Games team put together. Was put A couple teams were put together last night, at least partially. I think you have to have a 5-person team for War Games, but at least we have at least 3 put together for one team on the men's side and 3 put together on the other side. We'll talk about that later on. CM Punk, he beat Jay Uso, won the is now the heavyweight champion. Targets on his back. We're going to find out where he goes and how long he holds on to the belt with Heyman's guys, and now Logan, the idiot Paul, joining the fray. It's not looking good for CM Punk at this point, and But anyway, you know, I think that CM Punk might be a champ for a little bit. I don't know how long. I can't say. He's got too much competition. He's an older guy who has been out of wrestling for a long time. Came back with AEW for a little while, and then went back to the WWE. I told everybody, I thought this time around, because of Seth Rollins out of the fray, that he was going to get this belt because it's his time now too. Because he's been waiting and waiting and waiting and getting screwed and getting screwed and getting screwed, and they've had other plans, WWE. So finally, here we are. All right, Smoking Jim, your thoughts on CM Punk winning against Jay Uso?
Wow. It surprised me. I know it didn't surprise you,
No.
but it surprised me a bit. But another one of your predictions coming true, man. Two outstanding competitors. Somebody had to win, and it just so happened to be CM Punk's time right now. So best of luck to CM Punk.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And also, don't forget too, you got hang on a second here. I wonder what the heck is going on here. Okay, I see what happened. All right. Trying to get my Facebook feed up, and I'm having issues with my Facebook.
What do you say, Ralph?
I'm trying to get my Facebook feed up again, and here I'm having issues.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
what the heck happened, but something happened. Facebook's having technical problems. They just sent me a message. So there we are. So we're not on Facebook for Wrestletalk, unfortunately, but we will. I'll be uploading this show to Facebook, so anyone that's on Facebook can check it out later on another time or whatever. So as well. All right, Dirty Dom versus Rusev. We saw this coming. Dirty Dom was going to win this match. I wanted Rusev to win so bad because, again, here's another guy that came back with anticipation of winning and beating and winning matches, and he just can't seem to dodge a bullet here. Back from AEW. But anyway, your thoughts on that match? I kind of suspected Dirty Dom was going to win this match again against Rusev last Saturday on Saturday Night's Main Event.
Well, you definitely predicted it. I'm a Dirty Dom fan as well. So, hey, listen, the guy's just, he's creative, man. He's gonna find a way. Whatever it is, he may helicopter somebody into the arena. If it's an open dome stadium that help him out. So he got a good team around him right now. It could break up. He could go with the
El Grande Americanos, and Deuce Americano, and whoever else. Yeah,
you may predicted. So.
Yeah.
Hey man, continued success with Dom. I'm curious to see what he does with the women when all his girls come back to wrestle.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. Liv Morgan's due back soon, so we're going to find out where Liv goes. I'm hearing she's going to be a baby face. She's coming after Roxanne Perez because I believe she thinks Roxanne actually stole her spot. And it's just like in football, right? Smoking Jim, someone gets hurt, somebody else comes in and takes over. It's that's the way it is in wrestling as well. I mean, you can't have someone down like that and nobody to take over.
Right.
All right, the next match. Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. Your thoughts on that match? Go ahead.
Which match is that?
Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre.
I thought Drew was going to win that match. Poor Drew can't catch a break, but he's not giving up. So if he keeps hanging in there,
I call him the Rodney Dangerfield of wrestling. He just can't get any respect. Cry. Oh, I got screwed last week by the referee or something. Or the janitor didn't clear. Somebody didn't wax my car right. So anyway, and he made an idiot of himself on SmackDown last Friday and ended up getting suspended. So I'm finally glad that Nick Aldis has finally taken a stand. He needs to take more of a stand on some of this other crap that's been going on these shows. These general managers, both of them, I think, should be fired because they let these shows get out of control and out of hand instead of getting control of things. Michael Cole doesn't want to be on Raw because he doesn't like Adam Pearce. He thinks that I've heard him make comments. I'm back on a show that's run right. But Nick Aldis has been dropping the ball lately on the show. He hasn't been running his show right. And, so it's been one thing after another with these shows. And I think that WWE got to get a grip on it. This is out of control. Wrestlers are getting injured, things like that. And, this attacks on guys and, that kind of thing. And, it's getting really kind of old. Smokin' Jim, I want to ask you a question. We saw a little bit of it last Friday and the last few Friday nights on SmackDown. Your thoughts, Solo Sikoa's gang, the Bloodline, I guess if you want to call them that, or Bloodline 2.0 versus the Wyatt Six. What's your thoughts on that one?
Ooh, I tell you what, man, it's gonna get dangerous, bro.
Yeah, it is.
It's gonna get dangerous.
It is.
It's gonna get dangerous, man.
Joe Gacy, Dexter Loomis, and Eric Rowan, man, they're going to tear. I think if anybody that can compete against the Bloodline, I think it's them guys. But I think the Wyatt Six needs to get a couple more people, or at least one more guy. You know what I mean? In order to really match up well with the Bloodline, because I don't see Uncle Howdy doing too much wrestling. You know what I mean? So. But anyway, they need to do that. Did you see Nikki Cross get in Solar's face again? I was like, whoa, So she's not afraid. I mean, so. And there's rumors Alexa Bliss, after this debacle that happened last night, I'm hearing she may, and after Survivor Series, she may go back to join the Wyatt Six. We're going to find out how that goes as well. So, All right, let's take a look at the comment section here. Let's see who we got here. All right, we got, let me see, who do we have here? Hold on, I don't have Pensman to check it out here. My eyes are getting a little, okay, there we go. Hello? Hi, trying to see who this is here. All right, this is Jessica. How are you, Jessica? Thank you for being part of the program. Steady watcher of the show. We need to laugh at Dominic Mysterio. Yeah, it is funny. It is funny, yeah, because you know why? Let me talk to you. I'm Ralph Williams. Yeah. All right. So, we're going to see what happens with Dom Mysterio. And we saw what happened last night. He lost his belt. He lost it to John Cena. Opened his big mouth, sticking foot in it. I never laughed so hard in my life until last night, because that's what you get, Dirty Dom, for sticking your nose in it. And then on top of that, his dad was there to congratulate John Cena for winning the belt, which I thought was pretty decent as well. Considering the fact they're calling Rey Mysterio a deadbeat dad, which of course isn't true. But anyway, so, now Dirty Dom learned his lesson that you don't, John Cena said it. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong guy. Okay. And he told him, he warned him, but he wanted to, Adam Pearce made the match, and there we are. So it says he got spanked. It says Jessica, he got spanked. Yes, he did. And then he says, and then having a tantrum backstage didn't help. Yeah, exactly. I mean, but I will tell you this much. I've always, for the last couple of years, I've seen some what they call arguments amongst the Judgment Day, but for some strange reason, WWE still keeping them together. I don't see this group staying together too much longer because of they lost the belts to AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, and so they still have the belts. Their targets on their back. This is AJ's last run. I heard next year his contract runs out. I heard he's not going to wrestle again anymore. He wants to stay home and retire, and take care of his kids, and and see his grandkids, and not be beat up and walking around with a walker or cane or whatever like some of these other guys. I've seen some of the legends from wrestling, and a lot of them are, Lex Luger's in a wheelchair, and but he's rehabbing with Diamond Dallas Page, and it's sad to see some of these wrestlers like that. And and we've seen deaths of wrestlers and things like that. It's just crazy about what goes on in the wrestling world as far as that stuff goes. But it's that's just the way it is. All right, Jessica says, I hope someone saved with that will share it over social media. Absolutely. And I want to remind everyone to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, X. I'm also on LinkedIn, and I'm on the new Discord as well. I'm on that as well. And don't forget to check that out. And I believe if I'm right here it is. Yes, it is the schedule. This is the RW Media Productions schedule for social media platform shows. And don't forget our shows on Saturday. Starting at 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. The Ralph Williams, Tony Moreno show Saturday morning at that time. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I think I got the wrong one there. That one's still the same there, and so is that one. I don't know how that happened, but we're going to rectify that. Here we go. All right, the Ralph Williams, Tony Moreno show every Saturday morning, 12:50 a.m. The Answer 92.5 on the FM dial. Don't forget, we have a lot to talk about, including we couldn't talk last Saturday and Sunday about the election because I was laid up in the hospital. So we were unable to do that. So here we are with that as well. So, but we're going to be able to talk about that this week here. And don't forget Sunday as well. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., 1250 The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial. The Ralph Williams, Tony Moreno Show, Saturday and Sunday editions as well. And please don't forget about the, hold on, the Sports Corner. I think I got the wrong banner. Here we go. This one here, I think. Yeah. The Sports Corner radio show with me, Ralph Williams, Smokin, Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosona, Luther Dupree. Our guest this week, Robin Cole, and his son will be on. Junior will also be on to talk about his book that has just come on about stuff, his time with the Steelers. And we're going to dissect the Steeler-Charger game, and then we're going to predict our scores for the Cincinnati Bengals game and a whole lot more this Saturday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., 1250 The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial. Sports Corner radio show. Ralph Williams, Smokin, Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, and Luther Dupree. All right, Smokin Jim, last night's Raw. What was your thoughts on it last night? It wasn't a bad Raw. I didn't enjoy the Kabuki Warriors match. I knew that was coming down. I didn't expect Nia Jax to show up with her new girlfriend and her new tag team partner there. But now they've created a War Games match where it's going to be Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair. It's going to be Alexa Bliss and Io Sky so far for one team against Nia Jax and that other woman that's with her. I can't remember her name off the top of my head right now. And also with and then it's also going to be the and the Kabuki Warriors. Your thoughts on this match coming up at War Games at Survivor Series and the Kabuki Warriors winning the belts?
I tell you what, Ralph, take the lead on it, and I'll piggyback off of you.
Well, I knew the Kabuki Warriors were going to win for the third time. I had that feeling. The Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss experiment was working a little bit. I'm not used to seeing Charlotte Flair as a baby face. I'm used to her being a heel. I think, WWE has this all wrong. Alexa Bliss belongs with the Wyatt Six. They need to protect her. She's a concussion case. That's why she hasn't been around for a while. And not only that, she had a baby. And but Alexa Bliss has been a concussion case for a while. In fact, after she had her baby, she almost retired. But she decided to come back. So, somebody's got to pay for that baby. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
But anyway. All right. Says Way. All right, there we are. All right. So anyway, as I mentioned, I didn't see this team lasting long. You have two big egos in Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss trying to work together. It's hard when you have two egos to try to work together, but they managed to coexist for a purpose to win these things. And I think my Facebook's back up again. Yeah, let me see if it is now. Yeah, but anyway, sorry about the distraction, folks. My Facebook sent me a thing saying they were having some issues today. So I don't know what's going on here today. But anyway, that's the story about Facebook. So, but anyway. All right. So what I'm saying is that, that's the story with them. And now Nia Jax with this, with this girl from NXT, they're going to be dangerous. And if I'm the Kabuki Warriors, I'd be very careful because, like I said, Nia Jax is, a very tough wrestler. She's looking for gold. She hasn't been able to get it with the, with the world title. So with that, her looking for gold. What's the next best thing? You go for the tag team belt, Smokin Jim, and everyone knows that. I mean, I pretty much would think so. If you can't get the big one, at least get something else. And I want to congratulate John Cena, Grand Slam champion, as of last night. Forgot to do that. So anyway, but the tag team division now in the WWE is going to be very, very interesting now with Nia Jax in this new tag team. So go ahead, Smokin Jim.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said, man. The wild card is Nia Jax, man. She's part of that tag team now, man. It's gonna be, man, man. What direction do you go at this point, man? Can't go wrong, but with any prediction.
Right, exactly. So, oh, you know it. And so we'll see what goes on, where it goes. As far as the war game match goes, here we are again. You got the Kabuki Warriors, and you got the mist in the eyes. Oscar did it again, and but you got the superpower team over there. You got Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky. I mean, you can't sell them out. I mean, this War Games match could be pretty interesting. We'll see where it goes. We'll see what kind of strategy they come up with. Rhea's back with her from that face injury she had. She's wearing a mask or a face protection shield. And I was surprised to see her last night, but we're going to find out what happens there as well. And also, let's get into the men's so far, three on three right now. Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker for the Vision, who now Logan Paul belongs to, versus CM Punk, Jay Uso, and I'm trying to think who the third one is. Oh God, it's not LA Knight. Wow, right on the tip of my tongue. Jeez, I can't remember who it is. Sorry about that, Smokin. I might get a brain for it every once in a while. And so I'm trying to think of who it is. The third person, but it's I know it's Jey Uso, CM Punk, and I gotta think who the third person is for. Hold on a second. I can find that out right now. It's just crazy today. Smoking Jim, I'm having brain farts all across the board today. So let's see what happens here. Where we're at on this. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. I'm trying to see who the third man is, and I can't remember off the top of my head right now. Why am I having such a brain fart? Oh my. Rusev versus Damian Priest was a pretty good match last night, Smoking Jim. I thought that was a good match.
Oh yeah.
So considering the fact that Damian Priest got that bad eye from Aleister Black, that won't go away. Sheamus defeated Shinsuke Nakamura. I thought that was
he really could have lost his eye, huh?
Yes, he could have. Yes, he could have. He really could have lost his eye. Let me see here. Yeah, Nikki Bella. How about she turned on Stephanie Vergara last night? How about that?
Wow, that's right.
She turned on her last night. I think Nikki Bella's looking for something, even though she's in the Hall of Fame. I think she wants more. Oh, Cody Rhodes. I'm sorry. Cody Rhodes is part of that team. It's going to be Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, CM Punk so far. Who else they get, I don't know. Might probably be LA Knight and maybe one other person. Maybe Jimmy Uso. I don't know. It'll be somebody. But it could be Roman Reigns. It could be. I'm thinking it could be Roman Reigns. I really am. Roman Reigns has history with Logan Paul. He has history with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, and so he also he's created a friendship pretty much with Cody when they teamed up. I think they have respect for each other. CM Punk, on the other hand, for helping his family out last year at Survivor Series. So it's interesting. We're going to find out. I think it's going to be Roman Reigns will be the other one, and I think possibly LA Knight. I don't know who else would want to step in. I hope it's not R-Truth or somebody like that, or Tozawa or somebody like that. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens with these Survivor Series teams, but there has to be 5 members. So I'm interested to see who Paul Heyman recruits. I'm thinking Brock Lesnar, but Brock Lesnar has that bad habit of not playing well with others. So we'll see where he goes, or what he does. And I'm not real sure exactly who else they could get. They might get Shinsuke. Shinsuke Nakamura now has a beef with the Vision. So we'll see what happens there. He has a beef with them. He has a beef with the Bloodline as well. So we'll find out who does what here and who's going to be on these teams as the coming weeks. 2 more weeks away for Survivor Series, and we really haven't heard much of what's going on with the cards, but we're going to find out. It's coming up real soon, Smokin' Jim. John Cena's final match in December. Who do you see winning this Battle Royal, Smokin' Jim? There's a lot of guys involved in this. Who do you see winning this?
Now the winner gets John Cena in his last match, or does
Yes.
John Cena pick?
No,
his
no, he
last
gets his last match. It's in December.
Okay.
Right.
So the winner
Of the Battle Royal,
gets.
or not the Battle
Okay.
Royal of the tournament. Yeah, the tournament. Yes.
Okay. I think your boy's gonna get the last one.
Who's that?
The one that what's my man's name? He just turned on his tag team partner, the black dude.
Miz.
One shot.
I mean, Miz.
Yeah, I think the Miz.
Miz might get that. Yeah, you know what? I forgot about him. I've been forgot about him because he doesn't seem to be doing very much these days. And you know, except chasing Carmelo Hayes all the place. You know what I mean? You know, so he hasn't done much these days. You do know, and I don't know if you noticed or not, Miz went and got some sort of an operation, and I think you might know what that is. You know, so.
Oh, really?
Yes, he did. He went and he got a vasectomy, and
wow.
you know that's why. Remember, if you remember correctly, they were calling him small balls because he got a vasectomy. And yeah,
I do remember that.
yeah.
Okay.
So he got a vasectomy because, from what I'm to the understanding, Maurice had a tough pregnancy on the second one, and she didn't want to have any more kids. So I guess instead of her doing it, he did it. So you know, so there you go. She didn't want to have any more kids. I don't think. So, you know, but yeah, he went out and got a vasectomy. So that's one of the reasons he was out for a little while, and then they called him. Remember, they kept calling him small balls and all that stuff, and that's why he hasn't wrestled for a while. I guess he's still recovering from that vasectomy. You know, so. What's your favorite show last night? Just to get off topic a little bit, I was watching Sanford and Son last night.
Oh, okay. Sanford and Son and All in the Family is 1 and 1A, brother.
Yeah, you got that right. You got that right. You know, so yeah,
what was Sanford and Son about last night?
Lamont was introducing his father to his new fiance's mother, and
okay.
you know how that can be with Fred,
right?
You know,
okay.
and then he went fishing with Rollo. And the other episode, he went fishing with Rollo, and you know Fred carries on. He don't want to be by himself, and you know,
right.
I'm gonna have a heart attack and all that stuff. You know, so yeah, that was crazy. So it was season 6. Season 6 was the last season. I missed the.
okay.
I went to bed. I didn't stay up late last night. I went to bed after Raw, pretty much, and the 3-part episode of the Junkman's convention was coming on afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know. My favorite one of that whole thing was when they're sitting at the table there at the luau, and there's a roast pig sitting there, and Fred goes to Lamont, "You big dummy, you forgot to tell me Esther was here." You know, got to tell me Esther was here. Yeah. But anyway, so. All right. Also, it was good last night to see William Regal. How about the return of William Regal? Man, it was great to see him last night. So on Raw. But anyway, any final WWE things you want to talk about, Smokin' Jim, before we move on to AEW a little bit?
No, I think you covered a good bit of it, man. So
yeah.
yeah.
We had to talk about Saturday night's main event today because, as I mentioned, I was in the hospital last week. We didn't get a chance to talk about it from last Saturday. Fortunately for me, I was able to catch that before I went to the hospital, so that was good news. Anyway, because it was on Peacock, and I've said this many times, and a bunch of people emailed me and complained about why wasn't it on NBC, Ralph? How come? I said, because I told you once, and I'll tell you again, broadcasting companies are not going to give up on college football when on college football because that Notre Dame is on Channel 11 or on NBC. And then I don't know what else they may have had afterwards, but college football probably pays a little more money than the WWE. So, and I said this with ESPN. Why you think the WWE's events now are on ESPN on their website, or on their app or whatever, which I have to watch the pay-per-views, and I can also watch football games and whatnot on there as well. But anyway, that's what's going on, and so it's been one of those things, and so we'll see what goes on from there and what's happening, and we'll go from there with that. But it was on Peacock, and fortunately, I was able to watch it from home before anything else went on anyway. So I was able to do that. All right. If you were trying to watch us on Facebook for this part of the show, we were not on Facebook. They're having technical issues. They just sent me a notice. I don't know what's going on with Facebook, but they were having technical problems as well. So I just want to, and also the Huddle Sports Network as well. So I don't know what's going on today, so we'll see. Maybe bad weather in some spots. Who knows? The winter weather is here. Not here, though. 40, 50 degrees down here. So it's not nowhere near as cold as it is up in other places. All right, AEW, Smokin Jim, same old. John Moxley running all over the place. The Death Riders trying to survive. FTR trying to go after the belts again. And you also got not only just FTR going after the belts, but you have Hangman Page and Samoa Joe 2 and 3 matches. We haven't seen MJF for a while. I heard he's doing another movie or something. Haven't seen him for a little bit. And, now you got the Dawn Callis family just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, Smokin Jim. How about that?
I love it. I love it, brother.
I think I counted 12 people in his group now. Because I watched it on Wednesday night. It was like 12 people. And I was like, whoa, what the heck? But anyway, and then you had you still got Darby Allin going up against Daniel Garcia, and now he's with the Death Riders, and it's just been Orange Cassidy getting his butt handed to him again. It's just been sort of the same old. Now you got Ricochet and his gang and his thugs against the Hurt Business, and so you know what, Ricochet, if I were you and your cronies there, I wouldn't mess with the Hurt Syndicate. I really wouldn't do that because, they're a dangerous bunch of guys. And when Lashley gets upset and Shelton Benjamin gets mad, look out.
That's right.
Those guys, I would never mess with those guys. I wouldn't open up a can of worms. I wouldn't threaten them. I wouldn't say anything to them. All I'd say is hi and goodbye. You know what I mean? Hey, how you doing? Sorry, I got to go. Goodbye. But anyway, that's the word there. They got this new championship in AEW. It's called the National Championship that they're doing another one of their goofy tournaments for or whatever, and they're getting ready for that. I think now they got a little bit too many belts, including whatever they ROH belts that are out there as well. I think it's getting a little old. I think what Tony Khan needs to do, Smokin Jim, I think you'll agree with me, is quit interacting both companies. Let ROH run on its own. Have AEW. They have plenty of belts. They started cutting wrestlers last year because I told you the father is now starting to get involved in the operations because of Tony Khan losing money for the family. He hasn't made any money with AEW since he's had it. And this is going on 6 years now. And the first couple of years, Conan said they lost about 50. I watched a podcast that Conan and the Disco Inferno were on. And Conan said the first 2 years, they lost $50 million each year, close to it. So you can't, I don't care how much money you got or how if you're a billionaire 6 times over or whatever. And don't forget, too, I said this too, the Khans next year, and I think they did a little bit of some work this year on Jacksonville's football or on their stadium. And, so pitching money in for that, plus hemorrhaging with the AEW, that's too many losses, And you have to basically think about this for a minute. How far can Tony Khan carry this? I know he's got monopoly money or play money with him, but you know what? The father's now getting involved, and it's no longer play money anymore. So I mean, so we will see what happens. I always say, what goes on there. Also, Smoking Jim, guess who confronted? Guess who's in MLW now and confronted Matt Riddle last week on their show?
Who?
Killer Cross, formerly known as Karrion Cross.
Really?
Yeah. He
Wow.
confronted Matt Riddle. Matt's the champ again for MLW. He's turned heel. So we're going to find out. Bishop Dyer, formerly known as Baron Corbin, is there. Zilla Fatu is still there. And I want to say I apologize for my misinformation. I was told by a prominent source that Zilla Fatu was coming to the WWE, still with MLW. Don't know when he's coming to the WWE. He was supposed to come team up with Roman Reigns, but I haven't seen anything yet. I guess those plans have been scratched, and I guess Zilla's staying down there. So I have no idea what's happening with that as well. But that's MLW news for everyone. Hammerstone or Hammerschlag or Hammerstick or whatever his name is running all over the place. Down in MLW as well. But Killer Cross, yeah, he's down there with his wife, and they're there, and we'll find out where he goes. And Baron Corbin, as I mentioned, he's going under the name Bishop Dyer, and we're going to find out what happens there. TNA, on the other hand, nothing's really changed there. Same old with them. So I'm not going to say anything about TNA at this time. So Hardys, I believe, are still the tag team champs. And I was told that when their contract runs out with TNA, they're going to do one last stint with the WWE, win the belts, and then be put in the Hall of Fame. That's what I'm to the understanding. But see what happens with that as well. Any final thoughts, Smoking Jim? Because we're going to wrap things up early tonight. I don't have too much more to talk about.
Oh, no, man. Outstanding shows as usual, Ralph. I enjoyed them.
Thank you. And please don't forget, coming up at 7 o'clock tonight, excuse me, Bethel Park TV, Pittsburgh Sports Line, with Al Levine, the Talking Machine, Smoking Jim Frazier, Chip Hayner, and Mike Rohde. And don't forget also about tonight. That's at 7 o'clock, Bethel Park TV, and also on their YouTube channel, and also on their Facebook page. And also, don't forget about the Sports Nut Show coming up later on here. If I can get the banner up there. There we go. The Sports Nut Show, 7:30, hosted tonight by Pensman Sports, along with Brian Pettit from Tiger Stripes Media, Matt Thomas, great bunch of guys, and we will be joining real soon here, coming up in the next few weeks. We're going to be joining the Sports Nuts Network. We will be broadcasting on all their channels and all across the country on the radio stations that syndicate them and everything else. It's a great thing, even in Hawaii, Smoking Jim. So they're going to be doing the luau down in Hawaii for us there. There you go.
Wow. Wow.
So, this to me, I think, is probably my biggest business deal that I've made in a long time. It really is. And it's going to be my pleasure to work with the Sports Nuts as well. We're going to be broadcasting all sports and wrestling shows, post-game shows, and anything else. We're going to be broadcasting live on the Sports Nuts Show. Now, my Ralph's Opinion show and the way I see it, I haven't determined where that's going to go yet. I may keep my StreamYard page and just run it through mine because that's all sports on the Sports Nuts Show. But don't forget tomorrow to tune into the Ralph's Opinion, the way I see it show tomorrow. We have a lot to talk about. The government shutdown is pretty much back up and running. Supposed to happen Friday, but we'll talk about that, the good, the bad, and the ugly of President Trump. And a very special, the way I see it, we're going to go 45 minutes to an hour. I have a lot to talk about. My hospital stay. I want to talk about Berlin, Maryland, here where I live. They want to stop for the holiday parades. People putting chairs out, like up in the Pittsburgh area, Canonsburg, and some of these other small communities used to be allowed to, put a chair out there and save your spot. But Berlin's not letting that happen this year. And of course, Rick Meehan and Ocean City, Maryland, are at it again with something else. We're going to talk about the Boardwalk Rock being canceled for next year. They claim it's a. They claim they can't get the star artists to show up next year due to scheduling. But I think it's a little more than that. We'll talk about that tomorrow as well. Lots to talk about tomorrow on the Ralph's Opinion Show. We start at 7:30, and then we go until 8:30. But we're going to go until about 8:45, and then at 9 o'clock, I will be on the Steel City Sports World Show with Luther Dupree, Claudia Rosano, Smokin, Jim Frazier, and then also don't forget I will be on later on at around 9:45, 10 o'clock. I will be on the NFL Roundtable in Detroit with Jeremy Ballrick and the gang as well tomorrow night as well. And don't forget next Thursday, not this Thursday, next Thursday, Highway Sports Radio. I make my radio hits, not Highway Sports Radio, I'm sorry, Highway Radio Hits. I make my debut next week, playing your tunes every Thursday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. I got some great music. You can also request some songs. When you get on Highway Radio Hits website and you tune in, you scroll down below, and there's an email link. You just, boom, push the link. You can request some songs you want to hear. Now, I will tell you one thing. No rap. They don't, they do no rap on there. It's mostly rock and pop, country, and some other songs as well, but no rap. But I will be playing some of that old, some of the old 80s stuff like Salt and Pepper and, stuff like that too as well. So that type of stuff. When I'm talking about hardcore rap, is not allowed on that station. So do not call, email me and request songs like that because we're not allowed to play them. So just want to let everyone know that. Highway Radio Hits. It's a station that's home base is in my hometown, Pittsburgh, and I happen to know the guy that runs it. So I'm going to be with them as well, looking at some other options as well to get back into my music state of mind and get ready to go. So just to let everyone know where RW Media Productions will be and moving along, growing, moving on up and getting there. And don't forget to like and subscribe, please, on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to also follow me, or if you want to be friends with me on Facebook, also Twitter X. Look, folks, it's not that hard. I need 11 people to get to 400 by the end of the year. Come on. 11 people shouldn't be hard to find. It's become a struggle to get 11 more followers so I can make an even 400. Please help me with that as well. All right. So just to let everyone know. All right. Smokin' Jim Frazier, thank you. Anything else you want to say or anything before we go?
No, great day, great show, man. I enjoyed it, brother.
All right. Thank you. And thank you as well for being part of it. And I'll be tuning in later on tonight on Bethel Park TV's YouTube channel and Facebook page for the Pittsburgh Sports Line. Have yourself a great night, and please be safe by all means. Thank you.